So Face United to Save Democracy isn't a one-off. We don't just appear every couple years at election time. We're trying to really recruit and train and mobilize people to help make our elections more free and more fair.
We're just getting started. First of all, this is a midterm, and this is the time when most people don't even think about voting. We've got to start tomorrow, the day after this midterm, planning for 2024. We've got to get young people who don't know why they should vote, who we did not reach well, for whom the dots were not connected about what's at stake for them. We've got to begin to go where they are, go to TikTok, go to wherever they are, and begin to communicate with them that this is the world that they have to inherit. They have to inherit a better world by taking leadership in it. So we are just getting started. We're not going anywhere. You'll be hearing much from us going forward. We're excited about what we've been able to do, but it's just a beginning.
The impact of millennial voters this year, probably even compared to previous years, are a lot of the social justice issues that they're concerned about. Abortion rights, when you talk about LGBTQIA rights, when you talk about just basic civil rights for black voters, women rights, protecting women's bodies. It's impactful that my generation, the millennial generation, is speaking, right? That they're talking about and that they want their voice heard. There's problematic issues that are being not addressed in political spaces, and we have to hold those who are coming into our churches, coming into our schools and our homes for our votes. And if they're going to say, hey, they have their best interest for us, they have to be held accountable. And what you're seeing is because they have not been held accountable and they've not been doing what they've said that they are going to do, people are coming out and voicing their opinions through their votes. And no longer are the days that we cannot or we can allow politicians to come into our communities and not really represent what our communities are actually dealing with.
I've been encouraged because we don't just have pastors who are out there at the polls in clergy collars and clergy garments. We've got pastors in skinny jeans and J's. We've got pastors with Jesus and Justice t-shirts on, standing with their congregations. We have pastors who are coming right out of the community, and these pastors are people who are rooted in the community and recognize that it's not just enough just to pastor a local church, but that our responsibility is to pastor a community, to be a moral presence in our community, and to make certain that everyone has a right to vote.
And we're here at Face United to Save Democracy's phone bank to really help guide those who are looking to vote today, to give them the right guidance to do so. I think we learned over the past few years that there are many different efforts and tactics to suppress the vote, making it a lot more difficult, particularly for people of color, to navigate the waters and really get to exercise their democratic right to vote. So I'm super excited to be with a number of volunteers within the faith community to guide folks to where they need to be.
We are here at Faith United to Save Democracy campaign headquarters. This is our command center all day, serving poll chaplain around the country. But we're surrounded by some amazing young people. They are brilliant, they're well informed. In fact, they're the most informed generation. Their generation is voting more than my generation. And I really have one question to ask them, because they know. Why should young people vote today? I'm passing the mic.
Young people should vote today because they have to know who is serving them and where it is that their resources are being allocated. And the more you know, the more you have control over what happens in your community.
Why should you vote? Whether young or older, you should vote so that you can know what is happening in your community. And you also should vote so that you can make a small impact on what is to come in the future. So your vote does make a difference, even if you don't think it does.
Why should young people vote today? First of all, it's an inherent right that we have, and we should take advantage of that right to cast our ballot on the days of our election, being sure to be informed of those who are vying for office and want to take the positions to manage the rights that we do have, and to ensure that democracy continues in our country.
Young people should vote today, first and foremost because it is a right that those who came before us have fought so hard for. And so in order to respect their legacy, it essentially is only right that we do go out and vote. And also because many of us don't realize, but the decisions that we make today, especially as young people, they will affect us for the rest of our lives, and we have a long life ahead of us. So go out and vote.
I think in recent years, our democracy has been threatened, particularly post-January 6th. So this midterm election and voting in the midterms is not only crucial to preserve that democracy, but to put people in office who reflect the needs and the opportunities from the communities and people that look just like us.
Young people should vote because many times we're taught that it's just my one little vote, and it's not just your one little vote. There's a Swahili proverb that says many hands make for light work, and so many votes make for great impact.
Why should people vote? Simply put, social justice and civic engagement issues, civil rights issues are on the ballot today and for years to come. And if we don't vote, those very things that we cherish, the basic liberties, our rights, they're all up for grabs. And when you just think of the civil rights movement, I think we paint this picture that it was so long ago. It was not over 100 years ago where our people, our ancestors were killed. They were hung and lynched. And literally beaten and gone through all types of systemic injustices, and everything is at stake at this point.
Young people, go vote.